Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the oxen, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the pause. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who is involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory, back up on time, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form should prosper. R&B all over my roster. I got options, I keep it right on the dresser. Next to the Oscar, applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go tell a friend, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go tell a friend, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me, huh?
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They run with his second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Hall again on second down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Willis. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
We all know how talented an athlete Malik Willis was coming out of Liberty, but lost in his running ability was simply how powerful an arm he has as well. There's not a throw in the playbook he doesn't have the strength to make, and it's all about how well he can place those throws. Between that arm and his legs, his ceiling, easily one of the top ones in the league.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd and 11 now. Willis. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. free and getting to the quarterback. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I'll bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Willis, 4th down here. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Back to the ground with Hall. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And the Bears have got 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. That's one where you probably give the ball carrier a bit of a mulligan, right? I mean, where was he going to go there?
Yeah, you could almost see his brain turning over from our perspective. Just put your foot in the ground and go, except there was no place to put his foot in the ground, and there was no place to go. No room to roam.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A very lengthy opening drive as this will be play number 12 coming on 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we We haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Succop's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
First carry for the second-year man. It's Najee Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Throwing Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. For the Vikings at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the way they played last week defensively, when I watched the tape, I had to stop it a couple of times and count to make sure there were just 11 guys on their side of the field because they covered every angle and thoroughly shut down the other side. Hold them just 7 points total. They do that again, that'll get the job done one more time in a big way. They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Vikings send out their punter as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. On the return is Williams. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bears take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd down, here's Willis. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll take this to the 46.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. About to follow that big tackle. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Willis. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Willis on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action, Willis. And that is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Willis. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Succop's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this 1st half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now here's another carry for Harris. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school that one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Harris running straight ahead, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Last play of the half. Here's Willis. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Jones. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. An option handoff given to Harris. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Bulldozes past him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They go play action here on first down. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. The slot man in motion right. They hand this off to Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll run again with Harris. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or you just hope it? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 7, Willis. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense at that fell harmlessly to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. 3rd down, it's Willis. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of first as the tackle is made at the 33. Going on 4th down, here's Willis. He's got Bellinger. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Give to Hall running right. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the tight end goes in motion left. 4th down, Willis. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a quarterback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They run again with Harris. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Slot man moves right. On the give, this is Harris. Pushes him over. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game. And here we go, our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long. But now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Okay, great.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 36. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Willis. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Rashawn Gary in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Willis. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Throwing, Willis. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. They find some open field here. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 138 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll try the right side with Harris. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now a give, running left is Harris. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
They run with Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. Even though they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, running to the back of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Vikings, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.
with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no